please welcome live from Los Angeles, the undefeated WBC World Lightweight Champion, Devin Haney, and his father and trainer, Bill. Welcome, guys. Great to have you there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marvel Stadium. In 2 months' time, he'll be walking out into the square ring to defend his titles. And these are those titles: the Ring Magazine, WBO, IBF and WBA Lightweight World Champion, and WBC Franchise Champion. 20 fights, 20 wins, 10 by way of knockout. George Ferocious Kambosos.
Give them nothing, but take from them everything. This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die. On these shields, boys! Remember this day, man, for it will be yours for all time.
Spartans, lay down your weapons!
Persian! Come in!
Thanks, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champion to Marvel Stadium, George Kambosos. George, thank you to Jim, your father. I tell you what, you need your dad to carry all that hardware around, mate. That is one impressive lot of belts there, but there's one missing. Welcome, and tell me about your first thoughts at the moment, George, about coming here to Melbourne to defend all these titles, maybe get that last remaining one as well, here in front of 50,000 Greek Australians and Australian Greeks and the world watching you. Welcome.
It is good to be back home. 5 years I've been on the road. 5 years I've been doing it tough. Doubted by many, but I stayed focused. I kept that tunnel vision, and I knew one day I'd collect all of this, and I knew one day I'd step into this stadium and collect another belt. It's great to be back home, great to be here at Marvel Stadium. I have to thank the Melbourne government, the minister, my promoter, the Bell Entertainment, TEG, and the people of Australia, not only Melbourne, but the people of Australia, because, like I've said many times, these belts are not only mine, they're ours as a country. Greece as well, my heritage, they're ours. And when I step on this beautiful stadium, June 5th, these belts ain't going nowhere. They're staying here. George, take us through the fight. I've never seen a boxer that looks so physically and mentally prepared to go into the ring. As we said, 13-1 against going in, the bookmakers, even Bob Barham, all that sort of stuff. You've had that all your life, but suddenly you stepped in there and you've never looked more at home in your life than you were in that ring in a big-time boxing event against an absolute superstar, and you held your own and then took it to a new level. It was a fantastic win, great win, against all odds, 13-1 underdog. But I knew what I was going to do that night. I never changed. I said all along, from day dot, I will be world champion, especially on that night. But that's the thing of the past now. I'm never content. I'm always striving for more and more. That's why I chase the biggest names. There was only 2 names I ever asked for this stadium fight, return fight. I could have fought anybody. Any person I could have picked. But what for? One of the best names. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Unfortunately, Lomachenko's not available. Beautiful. Devin Haney, step up. Now we'll take your belt.
George, it is remarkable because generally when you go through all that build-up and you get these belts, you know, the tradition in boxing has been to maybe get some lesser credentialed fighters, build up a reputation, continue to fatten up your record, but instead you have taken on the other person who holds the lightweight belts. What's the motivation behind you? Is it just something in your DNA that you say, no, I want to be the undisputed world champion in my division?
I'm a Spartan warrior. I want the best fights. I want the best warriors to keep showing the world who I am, what I'm about. Correct, I could have fought anybody, but could I do that on my homecoming fight, my return fight, this beautiful stadium, give you guys an easy fight, and you just leave home with a sour taste in your mouth? Never. I can't look at myself in the mirror. I said I'll fight the best guys. I bring this fight back to Australia, and that I did.
And George, we've seen plenty of times over the years in all sports when people have reached the mountaintop and they get a little bit comfortable. They get a little bit easy in their own way. They start to take on some of the things that they have had to push aside in their Spartan regime to become the champion. You look as sharp today as anyone. You look like a Hugo Boss model coming out here. You look fantastic, mate. But more particularly is that you look in pristine condition to build up these next 2 months to get yourself right to defend your titles.
I'm ready to fight today. I've been putting the work. People ask me, when does Cam start? Cam started as soon as I beat Teofimo Lopez. As soon as I battered him and took all his belts, Cam started the next day. I was on the phone to Lou DiBella and to my management and to my team. Who's next? Can we get these guys? Are they going to step up to the table after that performance I just showed the world? So I'm in great condition, ready to fight. I'll fight today if we have to. I'll take it old school. Let's do 15 rounds in this beautiful stadium. I can't wait for June 5th.
George, take us through the difference in maybe tactics against the 2 fighters that have had to fight in the last, the last fight to win the title and this one to defend the title against Devin. Different type of fighter altogether. Have you started to work through the tactics, or are you just worrying at the moment about your physical condition?
Look, I've been a contender on the rise for a long time before I won these titles. So I've been looking at all these guys. I've got notes on all these guys. I know how to beat all these guys, and I will continue to beat all of them one by one. Round by round, one by one. So, look, I'm not going to disrespect Devin Haney. He's a good boxer, but he ain't elite, and he will find that out the hard way. They call him the dream, but now that it's signed, reality's going to kick in. And day by day, that reality is going to set in stone. And you're going to see it. This stadium, this fighter you got in front of you, this ain't no game.
George, thank you. Stay with us because now we are going to cross back to Los Angeles, California, United States, and meet Devin Haney and his father, Bill, as we mentioned there. And as George said, he is a super credentialed fighter. He is a world champion in his own right, and he wants to be the unified, undisputed lightweight champion of the world, and he joins us now. Welcome, Devin. Congratulations on being able to be matched for this super fight in Melbourne, Australia. We can't wait to see you in action. What's your response and how are you feeling about this amazing bout that's coming up?
Oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so gracious for this opportunity. This is a dream come true. I thank God for it every day. I prayed for this time to come, and now the fight is official now, and I can't wait. Thank you, God. Alhamdulillah. I'm so gracious, and I can't wait.
Bill, alongside you, your father and trainer. Bill, you saw the fight where George became the champion of the world in Madison Square Garden, the home of boxing, if you like. What did you see in the opponent that your son needs to beat to achieve his lifelong dream?
Well, shout out to George Kambosos and the wonderful job he did with Teofimo Lopez. It's a true Cinderella story, no different than our story as well. This is the Super Bowl of the lightweight division, and we're happy to be a part of it. We're happy to have the dance partner and George Kambosos, a heck of a team, and Peter Kahn, Lou DiBella. Everyone has done an excellent job at making this thing happen. So we're very much looking forward to it.
Bill, take us through it. Tell us about this boy sitting next to you, your son, but also your fighter. You've trained him, you've watched him, you've built him for this very moment coming up in the next 2 months. Give us an insight into this young man.
Oh, I mean, he's amazing. He's both a great person outside the ring as well as being a great fighter inside the ring. And come June 5th, the world is going to get a chance to see. It's a lot of different dimensions to his game. He has an arsenal full of different things, a toolbox full of different things. And come June 5th, the world will get a chance to see how much he'll put on display.
So, Devin, can I ask you, your style of fighting, having seen George in action as well, tell us how you'll approach this fight, what you'll do over the next 2 months, the training regime, the sparring regime, to be able to become the undisputed world champion.
I think George is a great fighter, and I've been asking for the top fighters for a while now, and I finally have, gotten one of them that's in their prime, that's coming off the biggest win of their career. So I'm happy about that. But what I will do is go in there and handicap George of the things that he does best. I will take away from him and make it an easy night.
Bill, thank you very much for joining us. If I can ask you, Devin, just to finish up from there before we open it to the world's media, tell me, what's your message to the people of America and here in Melbourne, Australia, and George's fans about what you're going to bring to Marvel Stadium in 2 months' time?
Oh, thank you to all the fans that's tuning in, all the fans in Australia, all the fans in the U.S., all of George's fans, all of my fans. Without you guys, this fight wouldn't have been able to get made. So I want to say thank you guys for that. And tune in June 5th. It's going to be a hell of a fight, the biggest fight of the year by far, and it's for all the marbles. So it will be final. It will finally be a king of the lightweight division, and it will be me.
Devin and Bill, thank you. Stay with us for some questions from our media ensemble who are here. George, I want to put it to you. That's a man there who's a fine athlete. He's a wonderful person by the sounds of things as well, and well-credentialed. Humble man wanting to be a champion. You've got those belts in front of you. He wants to take them away. Have you got a final message for the world's media today?
Yeah, I respect that. But he says he will finish his fight as a king. What's a king to an emperor? I am the emperor. I've gone and done that, and now I will conquer even more. So I respect it. He's a good kid, but just know that we chose you. We looked for the biggest fights. Could have fought anybody. There's a reason why. So June 5th, looking forward to it.
June 5th is going to be great. These two amazing athletes, amazing fighters, courage personified, going toe-to-toe for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, and my colleagues from the media, it now gives me great pleasure to open the floor for questions to both Devin Haney and George Kambosos.
Hi, Devin and Bill. Just one for each of you, please. Devin, George has proven himself as a real road warrior. He's won all over the world. Just want to know what gives you confidence that you can come down and perform in front of a really hostile crowd. It's going to be something really different for you. And Bill, just in terms of his camp, will you change anything up with different time zones? I'm just interested in how you'll approach piecing together his camp for this fight as well.
First off, I want to start off by saying I'm not a kid, so he can stop calling me a kid. I'm a man, and I will show him that in the ring. Respect me as a man, and if he doesn't want to respect me as a man, I'll gain the respect in the ring. And second of all, he could say that he chose me, but that's not the truth. He was forced into this fight. He did not want to fight me, and up until today, he did not want to sign a contract up until today. So he can say what he want to say. He did not choose me. He was forced into it.
You were chosen, boy.
And,
you were chosen.
Can you repeat the question for me again?
Sorry,
no, I wasn't chosen.
You were chosen.
No, he was forced.
You got forced into this position.
You didn't want this fight.
Position. I'll take the same deal as Loma does. I'll take the same deal as Loma. Yep. You're on a different broadcast.
And what did I do?
You're on a different broadcast. You're on a different broadcast.
And what did I do?
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Because I knew I could beat you.
Show me June 5th.
I trusted my skills so much that I knew. No matter what, I'd fight you anywhere, wherever. I'd fight you in your backyard if I had to, because I know that I'm gonna beat you. And you'll see June 5th.
I'll be waiting.
June 5th, there we go. It was going so nicely there for a while too, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? But you can see the fighter's instinct.
He's upset, Eddie.
So much on the line, you can just feel it. The secondary question was to George?
No, the second one was to Bill. I was just interested in how
what am I going to be upset about? I'm about to become undisputed. This is a dream come true for me. What am I going to be upset about?
You sound very angry. You sound very upset. I want to see that energy when you step in here on June 5th with me. Just answer the question.
You got it, bro.
Come on, Bill, answer it for him.
Yeah, Bill, I just want to know about your camp.
Hey, you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do. I answer the question when I want to answer the question. If you tell me to answer the question, I'm not answering it.
Bill looks like a world champion. Look how he's dressed. He's dressed like me, sharp, in the suit. Devin forgot the suit. I don't know if he owns one, but this is fun.
I don't need to wear that. I want to wear these belts on June 5th. I'm gonna show you how to wear the belts on June 5th.
Reality's kicking in. You ain't gonna go near them. This is just a dream for you. Just enjoy it.
Bill, can we get you to answer
Dream
that
come
question,
true.
maybe? Bill, the question was...
Yes, sir. Can we get a repeat on the question, sir?
We can indeed.
I happened to be enjoying these fine young champions.
Bill, hi. I just wanted to know what you're going to do with your camp and the changes you're going to make, having to travel all the way down here, different time zones, acclimatising. I mean, what sort of challenge is this for you as a trainer to get all this right ahead of the fight?
Well, actually, you know, shout out to the Victorian government and both. I have to say again, Peter Khan, who's also, you know, offered us first-class treatment to come over and train and get ready to give the people the fight that they're clamoring for, to make sure that these two gentlemen are well taken care of, and it's a fight that's going to be settled in the ring. I know that it's something that Kambosos made as the last option. I have a lot of respect for him and Jim, but Devin was the last option. And, you know, alhamdulillah, God doesn't make any mistakes. Now it's set forth to June 5th. Everything will be finalized and settled. You know, shout out to Bob Arum and Top Rank for providing this platform. And ESPN, it's going to be a heck of a fight. We plan to come out a month in advance to Australia. Hopefully we can get a chance to do some media and also put in the work that we want to need and get adjusted to the climate.
Next question.
Hi, this question is also for Bill. Bill, George really seemed to get into Lopez's head in the lead up to the fight at some of the pre-match press conferences. Is that something that you need to be mindful of in terms of you keeping Devin's, I guess, mind on track?
Already in his head.
No. I think that's just something that's George's personality. But when the two men meet in the ring, it's going to be settled. It's all about skills. Skills will pay the bills. Nothing that George can do or say can get Dev out of his character. Dev is ready for this fight. George just spoke about the many miles, the 8,000 miles, or the journey to come over. This has been a 15-year journey for Devin. So the amount of time that it's going to take to come over, anything that George is going to say, anything that any fans or anything that's going to do, it won't be anything that's going to be that's going to disrupt him. We graduated. We made our bones in Mexico, in small bars, onto this big stage. So nothing that is going to surprise us. Devin is going to be ready for everything. And we look forward to performing in front of the Australian fans.
Thanks very much, Bill. Next question from the media.
Question for Devin Haney. Devin, last time George fought, he overcame one of the best pound-for-pound fighters on earth in Teofimo Lopez. Why do you pose more of a threat to George than Teofimo did?
Because styles make fights at the end of the day. He had a great night on that night, and he beat Teofimo, but I'm a different fighter than Teofimo, and I will show. Like I said, the things that he does best, I will take away from him.
And the last question from our media.
One for you, George. Just wondering, mate, what it would mean to you to be the country's first ever undisputed world champion.
Look, I'm very excited. I've worked extremely hard. I've gone back and forth from the US, all over the world I've been to get to this. These guys sit there and complain. They're making millions of dollars and they complain about a trip all the way to down under. I've done that trip for free, lost money with my family and my kids in the cattle class with screaming babies to achieve this. So they're worried about a trip down under, so I'm very excited. I've achieved this, but again, I never get content. I never get content. I'm striving for more and more. And these guys are just another person in front of me. I will take them out and I will move on to who's next.
Thank you, everybody. And Bill and Devin, can I say thank you so much for being part of
We signed up for it twice. Hey, we wanted it so bad, and we want to look for. We're looking forward to performing in front of the Australian people and the Greeks and on all your fans, not once but twice. So it ain't like that we did not look forward to this. We signed up for it not once but twice, and I don't know too many teams that would have signed up for it. That's how much we're looking to come down under, my brother.
You had no choice.
Well, the great thing is the deal has been done, so whatever happened beforehand doesn't matter anymore. There's only one thing to worry about now, and that is Sunday, June 5th. And if I can say to Devin and Bill, thank you very much for coming along this morning.
And I'll become undisputed June 5th. I look forward to it.
We look forward to you coming down and having a go at it, Devin, and we look forward to George stepping into the ring as the champion of the world. You two great champions. It's going to be something fantastic for us sports lovers. You two have to go hard at each other because it is mano on mano when it gets to boxing. We understand that the mindset that is required, there's no niceties about it, and we respect you both as champions, and one of you will be the undisputed champion of the world. Thank you again, Bill. Thank you, Devin, for joining us today, and thank you, George. May I just say this, Sunday, June 5th, there is no other place you want to be than right here at Marvel Stadium or on pay-per-view in Australia on Main Event, and right around the world in America, available on ESPN. As we heard a little bit earlier, corporate hospitality, including those magnificent ringside seats, are on sale now through vipnow.com.au. That's VIP now, vipnow.com.au. Travel packages. You can come over first class as well, just like the challenger here tonight has been saying how wonderful it is. You can come with the Haney family if you like, but the packages are absolutely on sale right now. Go to Keith Prowse Travel, that's kpt.com.au for your travel packages from right around Australia to come to Melbourne and right around the world to come to the sports capital, Melbourne, Australia. Marvel Stadium, Sunday, June 5, and pay-per-view in Australia on the Main Event, and in America, ESPN. And of course, you can join the wait list for tickets at ticketek.com.au. That's ticketek.com.au for the general admission tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an historic morning. It is an unbelievable occurrence that's going to happen in 2 months' time on June 5, and that is the unification of the lightweight championship of the world. As we know in boxing, sometimes there's an alphabet soup of different belts around the place. This is the time when the two best available fighters come together. The two best fighters who have all the belts in one place at one time, right here at Marvel Stadium, Melbourne, Australia, and on Main Event. It's going to be something special. George, you've done yourself proud today, mate. Thank you for turning out the way you have as far as your expertise as a fighter. We just admire you so much that you've done it the hard way, and you'll walk in to this amazing arena as the champion of the world. And to Devin, we respect you as an amazing fighter as well, and we welcome you to Melbourne, Australia, when two of the greatest fighters go head-to-head. What a day it's been for boxing, what a day it's been for the Main Event at ESPN and for Melbourne, Australia. We cannot wait for June 5. It's going to be an awesome event.